focus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, a halo life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me, but that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gon' be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head'll make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap, I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in a cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Isupk until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie and pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then gotta hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the
the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas is dying off in waves, living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas crosstalk through the crosswalk and or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. America's killing us, saying they fearing us, put the drugs in the hood. Now my niggas delirious, put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, put some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father, give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauders. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga, it's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, but get your ass up, cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave, reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. Try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
Going on the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of things. Vibe, doing mine, I ain't shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, past your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing. Gonna get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn that nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn the missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Living finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. You murdered us for years and thinking shit wasn't gonna turn around. Pride never learns like this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told them to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us in fleets. Fuck they apologies, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is gonna destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You gotta put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is gonna bring judgment on this earth.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai Mashiach in Christ and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till them stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till them stand down. Take grip. Now this ain't no movement. make him regret what that means. Fall on his ass. Apparent meaning you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground. 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 It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground. Give ground. Give ground. Back up. Give ground. Give ground. Give ground. Back up. Give ground. Give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy.
Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua B'Katah, or Yahweh Shemal L'Tah B'Hashem Yahushua. This is Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We're going to go ahead and get started with the Sabbath service. At Mine Shabbat. Present yourself.
Shabbat Yahweh. Bon Yahweh. Bon Yahshua.
Shabbat Yahweh. Bon Yahweh. Bon Yahshua.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua B'Katah. Say the prayers, so you can give the command of my Shabbat.
Amaidu, Wapin Yahakudam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwika, Kaba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemaya, Lathanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakwa, Kabawatna, Kasalakna, Tabiana, Banasai 1, Abal, Awashana, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, Wa'awalami, Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
We're going to do the prayer for the power. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kushah. The thunder now. Hakah. La Rapa'ah. Ka Makala. Wakal. Madaya. Makal Madawa. Hakah. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakah. Lahaqui. Hamaki. Hakah. Arakawa. Atama Allah. Lagarashan. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. The water. Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please. Give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. We're going to do the blessings in the Hebrew. Barak. Atah. Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Salaki.
Wama Allah.
Wa'alahayu. Mata. Salaki. Matazab Yah. Alawap Yahana.
Ha'alawapium.
Hasaranyum. Ha'quartaz
Yoyu.
Ha'kaya. Salaki.
You got it.
Ha'kaya
Yoyu. Wa'akwathian.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai. The water. Aman.
In the English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angel. Commander General Yohana. The general. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
We're going to do Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Salaki.
You can do it, bro. Asha. Ayanya. Al. Aharian. Mayan.
Yaba Isaiah. Ma'an. Yahweh. Aisha. Waratazah. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Ayad. Yamyamka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makaurai. Yashamar. Atnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'atka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'ata. Wa'ai-walam. I will lift up mine eyes. Unto the hill. From whence cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot. To be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Yasha'ala. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade. Upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew.
Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Takarash.
Wa'al-Tashakwat.
Kayahana.
Our Yabyaka. Hey, Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash. Al-Imaka.
Ya'iriyamwa. Sawada.
Wayata.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapa Wanyaka. Amira Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanaka, Akidu,
Wanakakina,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazar
Yazakar,
Shem Yashala,
Sham Yashala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Na Wa I Tazawa,
Nawa I Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakad Dua,
Yakadwa,
Al Yaka,
Al Yaka,
Baryat,
Baryath,
Yakaratwa,
Yakarathwa,
Salakia. Ahalai,
Ahalia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
wa Yashamai,
Wayashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa Abba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagariam,
Wahagarian,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'im
Wa'ima
Wa'im La,
Wa'imala,
Pala Shah,
Palashath,
I'm Yashabia,
I'm Yeshabia,
Tazawo,
Tazawo,
Gum Ashawo,
Gamashawo,
Nalawa,
Nalawa, Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Asha,
Asha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarah,
Sarah,
Kayaban, Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Bana Kal,
Banakal,
Kayash,
Kayash,
one,
One,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Baayan,
Bayan,
Da'ara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adamai,
La'adama,
Shayatam, Salaki, Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Ya,
Ya,
Mawa,
Mawa,
Ka'ira,
Kairab,
Wakaza, Abba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakata Zal,
Wakatazal,
Mana'a,
Mana'ai,
Cow,
Cow,
Nasa, Yaka, Nasa, Yak, Nasa Yaka, Bwa,
Nasayakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Narash, no, Slaki, Rasha,
Nayarashah,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Af,
Af, Na'awath. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapanya. Rawaka. Kaash.
Tabaira.
Yaira.
Kalahaba.
Salahat. Harayam. Khan. Taradama. Basairaka.
Wabasa.
Wapaka. Tabahalam. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kuala One. Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabahalawa. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa.
Kaya. Ata.
Shamka. Yahweh. Labadka. Al-Yawan. Al-Kaharatiza. In the English, keep not thy silence. O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo. Thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against. Thy hidden ones. They have said. Come. And let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Yasharallah. May be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal.
And
Ammon.
and
Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Asor, also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor, killed. They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles.
Make their nobles.
Like Oreb.
Like Oreb.
And like Zeel.
And like Zeel.
Yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves, the houses of Yahweh, in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame, setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them, with thy tempest, and make them afraid, with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know, that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high, over all the earth. All right. Just with your right, salute with your left. Salute with your left. Just with your right. And turn. La Yashala.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Yashab, which means be seated in Hebrew.
There you go. All right. So now, just want to get a brother a hand. He got through them prayers, you know what I'm saying? That was a Tawab job, you know what I'm saying? Shabayala holding it down with me. The second man this morning on the Sabbath service, I am Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West Hall, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana. This is the Sabbath service. All right. So last week we left off in we are in Leviticus, the 16th chapter and the 28th verse. That's where we're at right now. Y'all, you good? Or you want me to take it?
Go to the Bible shop.
Okay, no sweat. I'll take the reading here in the Hebrew. When we go back, we have Officer Shabayala come back and read it in the English. So we're at Leviticus 16 and 28, right at the 28th verse. Wa'ash sharak atham yakabam. Let me have to take off these glasses. Bagadayawa warakataza af bashara Bamayam Wa'achaya Salakia Wa'akwara Salakia Wa'akarya Khan Yabawa'a Al Hamakana, verse 29. Wahaya Tha. Lakam. Salakia. Lakam. Lakakwath. Iwalam. Bakadash. Hasha Bayaya. Shawor. Lakadash. Ta'ai Nawa. Ath. Napashatayakam. Wakal. Mala'aka. La'a. Ta'ai Shaw. Azarak. Salakia. Azaraka. Wa Agar. Hagar. Batawakakam. Verse 30. Kaya. Bayawam. Hazaha. Yakapar. Ilakam. Salakia. Ilayakam. Latahar. Athakam. Salakia. Athkam. Makal. Kata Athyakam. Lapanya. Yahawah. Thatahawa. Verse 30. So 31. Salakia. Shabbath. Shabbath one. Haya. Lacham. Wa'aina yaktam. Ath. Napashta yakam. Kakwath. Iwalam. Verse 32. Wakapar. Hakahan. Ashar. Yamashak. Athwa. Wa Ashar. Yamala'a. Ath. Yadaw. Lakahan. The Kath. Abayawa. Walabash. Ath. Bagadaya. Abad. Bagadaya. HaKodash. Verse 33. Wakapar. Ath. Makodash. HaKodash. Wa'ath. Ahal. Mawa'aid. Wa'ath. Hamazabak. Yakapar. Wa'al. Hakanayam. Wa'al. Kal. Aim. Hakwahal. Yakapar. Verse 34. Wahayatha. Za'ath. Lakam. Lakakwath. Iwalam. Lakapar. Al. Banya. Yasharala. Makal. Hata'atham. Akath. Bashana. Waya Aisha, Ba'ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Ath, Mashah. So now, just take it back from verse 28 for us, brother.
Come. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 28. And he that burneth them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. Verse 29. And this shall be a statute forever unto you.
It should be a what?
This shall be a statute forever unto you.
Meaning these things that we did to keep clean, man, and to do things to sacrifice unto our power. These things got to be statutes unto us forever, man. You understand? Now, of course, we don't have to sacrifice these animals anymore. But the way you sacrifice now is you sacrifice yourself. You understand? Right. Christ was that sacrifice. He died for us now. So now you have to sacrifice yourself. You understand? You have to commit yourself to this truth. You have to do these works. Christ didn't die on the cross and sacrifice himself for you not to have to sacrifice yourself.
Right.
You understand? He sacrificed himself physically and in the flesh. So now you have to sacrifice yourself. You have to sacrifice your heart, man, meaning your mind. The way you think, the way you act, the way you conduct yourself, the way you live. You understand? That's the sacrifice that you present now. Right. Because what happened was that Shabbat Allah, they were seeing that, okay, if I did this sin, I'll just offer this turtle dove. And that's it. Okay, well, I can do this sin, and I just got to offer this bullet.
Come.
You understand? It's almost like you and your parents. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you get used to them whoopings to your parents, right? And you stay out all night. You know you're going to get a whooping. And you like, man, my mama going to whoop me. The hell with it, man. Who gives a damn? Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take them licks. I'm going to take that pain. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself now. My skin getting a little tough. She done been whooping me for 15 years. You see what I'm saying? Skin tough now. And see, that's what we was doing. That's what we wasn't adhering to the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law is, look, why have to kill this animal for something you did? Just don't do it.
Right.
That's the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law is, why have to be put to death for something you're doing? Why have to be buried in a hole and stones thrown at you till you die? Good. Just don't do it. You understand? That's the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law is to make this law here to say don't do this, so people would see the punishment and say, well, I ain't gonna do that. You understand? But niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, Hispanics and Native Indians was like, oh, that punishment ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? My best lamb, I can get my best lamb. You know what I'm saying? I got other lambs that might not be as good, but they pass. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we was doing. So Christ had to come and sacrifice himself. You understand? Die on the cross. You know what I'm saying? Be sacrificed. Be that ultimate sacrifice. So now we would look at Christ and say, well, this brother was killed. You know what I'm saying? When I should have died, he died in my space. You understand? He died in my spot. And now, Shabbat, you still got brothers and sisters still eating pork. Still eating crab, shrimp, and lobster, man. After Christ sacrificed it all, man. After Christ, you know, like the Christians say, after he nailed it all to the cross. You know what I'm saying? He put himself, he allowed himself to be tacked to that cross and stretched out, man, on that cross for you to eat pork, for you to get high, for the Christian pastor to molest your kids, for him to get all the women in the pregnant, sleep with each other, sleep with every woman in the church even though they're married, for him to scandal and launder money and buy Mercedes Benzes and mansions and nice cars and tailored suits. That's why Christ died on the cross, right? Man. Hell no, he didn't die on the cross for that, man. And the hell with you pastors, man, that think that, man.
Right.
You understand? Christ didn't die on and sacrifice his like Christ is royalty now. He heir to the throne. He know he's the heir to the throne. He know that his people, like, he's more attached. Christ was more attached to our true heritage than we were, than we are. We born in America. We born slaves. We don't realize. We don't really know the magnitude of it to be free, to have your own land, to have your own culture, to have your own heritage. Christ did, man. Christ knew what his heritage was. Right. He knew what his lineage was, man. Right. He knew he come from the line of David, man. He knew he come from King Solomon, man. He knew. You understand? And he lowered himself to be handled by these peasants, man, by these lowlifes, by these Romans, man, by these heathens. He allowed him, like, what king would allow himself to be flogged by peasants? Even to be punished by someone beneath him is a hot loogie spit in the face, man. Like this is a king, this is a prince, heir to the throne of Israel, and he gotta lower himself to be flogged and whipped by a heathen, by a nasty heathen that is to be his servant. You see what I'm saying? Oh, man, that is you know what I'm saying? To go through that, man, that is very powerful, man. That is very empowering to us here in the ISUPK, because it gives us the courage to go through these tests and trials that we may go through, and we suffer through them, man. When the weed get handed to us, when we go around our family, we just want to go say hey, and they say, hey man, he passed the blunt. Nah, we say nah. That's right. Christ didn't die for that, man. That's right. Christ didn't die for that. You know what I'm saying? When I, you know, how we grew up, you know, a lot of us have, you know, ministers and pastors in our family. When the ministers and pastors in your family come to you and say, you coming to church today? You gonna praise the Lord with us? Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? We say Christ didn't die for that, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? We say Christ didn't die for that, them shenanigans that's going on in that Christian church, man. Right. Christ didn't die for us to come in a building and dance around and roll all over the floor and foam froth at the mouth like buffoons. Right. You understand? We're royalty, man. That's right. We're royalty. We're prestigious people, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the level, there should be a level of arrogance, you know what I'm saying, with that. You understand? There should be a level of being a little bit conceited about your race, right?
Come on.
Yeah. You should have a little bit of pride. Damn that. You should have a lot of pride in your race, man. Because you're a race of kings. You know what I'm saying? You're a race of rulers. You're a race of people that are the chosen people of God, man. Right. You understand? Like you carry a title on your head that's very prestigious, man. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be defaming, you know, the image of the Most High, the reputation of the Most High by coming into these churches and rolling all around, frothing at the mouth, you know, speaking this mumbo jumbo garbage like a peasant, like something like a peasant would do. A peasant would babble at the mouth. Somebody's insane and need treatment. You know what I'm saying? A king, a ruler wouldn't do that. A ruler would sit upright, sit with his back straight. You know what I'm saying? A ruler would sit with his back straight. And he'd speak, articulate. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't. What is that, man? It's not even a language, man. Like those rulers, man, they knew many languages, man. They could speak different languages. Christ spoke 3 languages. He spoke Hebrew and Aramaic. Damn. You understand? He was smart and educated and a warrior, man. He was an upright man. Right. He wasn't no Christian soft. You understand? What you gonna say, brother? So
God, what you bringing out, sir, is so heavy, because even in today's terms, they got a term for people who just babble something out You know what I mean? Like they just, what's the name? It ain't schizophrenic, but it's something when people just they babble out stuff. They might cuss or they might be like say a whole lot of stuff.
They Tourette's, right?
So the Christian church got Tourette's.
Yeah, right. Because I say this all the time about Christianity. You take what goes on in the Christian church in them four walls, you take and do it in society, and people look at you like you stone crazy. You be riding on the bus, and all of us talking about that spirit hit you and quicken you, and you do that stuff do that stuff in the Uber. You understand? Out here in public, and people would look at you like, yeah, I gotta get away from this guy. Right. You understand? This dude is tripping. You understand? Only in that Christian church can you do the things that you do and not be labeled as an insane maniac, man. Right. And, you know, somebody that needs medication. You know what I'm saying? That's the only place you can do it in, man. So like it. Keep going.
We're in the book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 29. And this shall be a statute forever unto you. That in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your souls.
Ye shall what?
Ye shall afflict your souls.
The 7th day of the 10th month, man, you shall afflict your souls, man. That was the Day of Atonement, man.
Right.
You understand? Meaning, afflict your soul means to go without food or drink, man. Go without when your body, it's a gland, it's your brain, it's a part of your brain that tells your body, oh, I'm hungry now. I want something to drink now. You know what I'm saying? Well, that 7th day of the 10th month, you are to ignore those messages from your brain. You are to ignore those messages from yourself that's telling you to drink water.
Right.
Drink water. Eat meat. Eat. Your blood sugar's low. I need some sugar. I want some craving something sweet. You understand? You're supposed to ignore that for that day, man. You're supposed to afflict your soul, mean to afflict personally, on purposely afflict that body and let that body go lacking on what it would have on a day-to-day basis. It would normally have water, go without water that day. Right. It would normally have food, go without food that day. Right. You have to afflict your souls. Go ahead.
Come. And do no work at all. Whether it be done one of your own country or a stranger that sojourneth among you.
Or what?
And do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country,
or whether it be do no work at all. Meaning you can't work your slave. You can't work your servants, not slaves. Salaki. This is the time where we establishing our law. So the people that was working for us would be with some of them may be our own. We would have our own business. You would have herders. Well, I would have workers that worked under me, but they were my nation. You know what I'm saying? They were of my tribe. So I have them working with me, working for me, and we all run this cattle. We all, sheep herders, and they work under me. So during this Day of Atonement, I can't put them to work that day. Or if I had other brothers, that the strangers, that he may come from out of town and work for me. He may commute. The same day we do. That's what they call it today. They call it commuting. You know what I'm saying? You commute to work. You stay in one city, but you go to another city to work.
Right.
Meaning, if you had any workers like that, you couldn't work them either.
Right.
You understand? You couldn't put the workers that you had of your family that stayed around your area. You couldn't work them, nor could you work the workers of your family that did not stay around you. The stranger in this scripture is not talking about a heathen. It's not talking about someone of another nation. Right. Because remember, this is the law being established to the Hebrews, to the Jews. Right. Meaning we didn't deal with no other nation. The Lord didn't deal with no other nation, man. So in this instance, no other nation would be working for us in this instance.
You understand? Because no other nation was commanded to observe this Day of Atonement.
Right.
But our brothers are commanded to observe the Day of Atonement no matter where they're at.
That's
so
right.
if they work for you from another city, you can't work them either because you got to observe the Day of Atonement and they do too.
Good. Nice.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Or a stranger that sojourneth among you.
That sojourning meaning he working and he gonna move on. You understand? But he's still your family though. This is talking about your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 30. For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you.
Right. The priest gonna make an atonement for you, man. This is the Day of Atonement. This started going into the Day of Atonement. The priest is gonna make an atonement for you, and that's what was happening then. There was a whole litany of things that the priest had to do to make an atonement. Today, what do we do for the Day of Atonement? We afflict our souls for that day, and then the priests come together. We have a Sabbath, and the priests, you know what I'm saying? We do those priestly duties. And then we, get the nourishment that we need. But we got to perform those priests, still performing those priestly duties still to this day.
That's right.
Go ahead.
To cleanse you.
To what?
To cleanse you.
To cleanse you, man. You understand? That's why you're doing it. You're doing this. You're doing this. Those priests were doing those things to cleanse the people, man. Right. That's what the priests had to do during that time. The Levitical priesthood, their job was to make atonements and make sacrifices for the sins of the people. You understand? Now, what we do today is we atone for. We go through the Day of Atonement and we atone for the crimes that how we broke the law and got another chance. And we remember how this day is a day that we are to afflict ourselves. And then we come together and the priests perform those priestly duties, and we remember our forefathers, man. Right. We practice those righteous acts until we can get in our kingdom to rehearse. We rehearse these righteous acts until we can get in our kingdom to carry them out fully and correctly under Christ, man.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
That ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord. Verse 31. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you.
It should be a what?
It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you.
It should be a Sabbath, man. It's just like today. It's a Sabbath, just like today where we perform the Sabbath service. Go ahead.
And ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever. Verse 32. And the priest, whom he shall anoint, and whom he shall consecrate to minister in the priest's office in his father's stead.
Okay.
Shall make the atonement, and shall put on the linen, and shall put on the linen clothes, even the holy garments.
This is talking about Aaron's sons. How Moses had to anoint them so they could perform those priestly duties. If their father wasn't there, if Aaron wasn't there to perform them, they could do it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 33. And he shall make an atonement for the holy sanctuary. And he shall make an atonement for the tabernacle of the congregation. And for the altar.
Right.
And he shall make an atonement for the priest.
Right.
And for the people of the congregation. Verse 34. And this shall be an everlasting statute unto you.
It should be what?
And this shall be an everlasting statute unto you.
Meaning that must be an atonement, man. There must be atonement that you must make for your wrongdoing. You understand? It's got to be a statute. This is a statute to you forever, man. You understand? Like and then the Christian church takes that and says, well, they'll just do wrong and just say, Lord, forgive me. They just say, Lord, forgive me, and they keep doing the wrong that they doing, and they think that they'll be able to be forgiven. Just the Lord just gonna forgive them, and that's it, man. You know what I'm saying?
which is so wicked in itself, because it leaves no room for no kind of self-improvement.
Right.
You understand? Like a wicked Christian today is a wicked Christian 20 years from today.
Damn.
You understand? Go ahead.
And the same wicked Christians from today to 20 years ago is the same wicked Pharisees from when Christ was walking.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You see what I'm saying? Like that spirit doesn't die, man. That spirit doesn't go away. You know what I'm saying? You have to crucify that spirit. You know what I'm saying? You have to dead that spirit. You have to dead that vibe in your life to just want to be, to just want to do the things that make you happy. Just want to do the things that just want to be happy all the time. Whatever makes you happy, that's what you doing. If it's popping Molly for the day, then that's what you're doing. If it's doing shrooms, then that's what you're doing. If it's smoking weed, then that's what you're doing. If it's sleeping with hoes, then that's what you're doing. If it's going up in the strip club and have nasty tails shaking in your face all day long, and you spending your check in there, then that's what you're doing. Right. It's whatever makes you happy. You understand? You got to move beyond that lifestyle, right. And you have to start to think, and we have to start to think like, okay, what makes the Most High happy? Because only when we start to please our power will we get out of these situations that we're in. Right. You understand? People think that pleasing themselves and YOLO and doing things while they can and getting a fine $100,000 education is gonna give them the life that they always seek and search for. Right. No, man. That's not why the Lord put you here. The Lord put you here in service to Him, man. Good. You understand? That's why the Lord put you here. So you can get all the Stanford and Yale education all you want to. You can try to assimilate to this oppressive society all you want to, until you find out that you still a nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Until you find out the stone cold truth that you still black, that you still Hispanic, you still Native Indian. Right. You understand? Right. And then you'll wonder, well, I done spent all this time trying to assimilate to this lifestyle. But it still ain't profiting me none. Cause what profit a man to gain this whole world and lose his soul, man? None. You understand? You have to do what you were designed to do. You have to do what you were put here to do. The heathens do what they put here to do. Right. Most definitely, right? Absolutely. You understand? Keep going, brother.
Come. To make an atonement for the children of Israel, for all their sins once a year.
For all their sins. For who?
Once a year.
It make atonement for who?
For the children of Israel.
For the who?
For the children of Israel.
Right. For the children of Israel, man. For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. How we constantly prove that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel.
That's right. You
understand? They gotta. We the ones that's gotta do this.
That's right.
We the ones that's gotta do this, man.
Right.
You ever heard? We just like children complaining about how their mother have rules different from any other household. We're just like little children. Well, Johnny don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, the Most High ain't Johnny's father. Right. You understand? The Most High is not Seth's father. And you know what I'm saying? And Zach and Chad. You know what I'm saying? The Most High ain't their father, man. The Most High is your father.
Right.
You understand? He got rules, man.
That's right.
He got rules for us to follow, man. You understand? We got a father that has rules.
Right.
And he didn't give those rules to everybody because he's not everybody's father.
That's right.
You understand? He has a specific children, man. He has children that he has to tend to.
That's
you understand? Right. And he can't be everybody's father. But he's our father. Right. So he gave us those rules and we have to abide by those rules, man. Right. Stop complaining.
Stop, you know what I'm saying? Suck your lip in, man. You understand? You could not have a father.
Right.
You understand? You could not have a father. You could not have someone there that chose you to be special.
Right.
You could not have an authority or power that chose you to be special. So own it, man. Own who you are. Go ahead, brother.
To make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year.
Right. Go ahead.
And he did as the Lord commanded Moses.
He what?
And he did as the Lord commanded Moses.
No, he complained about it.
And he did as the Lord commanded Moses.
Meaning the Lord gave it to Moses. Moses told him. You see what I'm saying? He didn't say, oh, Moses, I got to hear from the Lord myself.
Come on.
He took orders and he followed them.
Right.
He obeyed.
That's right.
That word that every sister in Israel hates. You understand? He obeyed. You understand? He was obedient.
Right.
He was submissive.
That's right.
To the will of the Most High coming through Moses.
Right.
Not coming directly out the sky.
Right.
He didn't go to a rock and the Lord started speaking to him out the rock. He got it from a man. Moses said, this is what the Lord said do. And he was like, okay. You understand? Count on one come.
Good.
You understand? He wasn't like, well, you sure? Well, how do I know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I know the Lord speaking to you? The Lord may be speaking to me. No, man. He followed orders, man.
Right.
What's so hard with that? What's it? And it seems like, you know, to have somebody to blame if it's the wrong idea would be like the best scenario. Because if you get an order and the order is wrong, you can just blame the man who gave it to you. You can say, hey, look, nigga, see? So, the Lord didn't tell you to do that. Now, you got somebody to blame for the wrong decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now, if it turns out that the Lord did order this, and this is the will of the Most High, then you would have to say, well, Most High in Christ, I'm right. I'm right for my obedience then. You know, I'm in the clear. I did the will of the Most High.
Right.
And then you have confidence in knowing that you are within the will of the Most High. Right. Because you do what he says. You understand? Go ahead and finish that out, brother. We're going to close it on now.
And he did as the Lord commanded Moses. 17.
No. That's it. And he did as the Lord commanded Moses, man. We're going to stop right there. We're going to pick up with next week. We're going to pick up Leviticus 17 and verse 1. We're going to start at verse 1 there next week. You know what I'm saying? And now you just give the order to Amidiyah.
Amidiyah, which means stand in Hebrew. Men of Israel, gird thyself and prepare to salute the Torah.
No, it's not. So, after I salute it, then I just take it from you and you will salute it. Right, like that. And now this is how you salute it. You don't have to salute it, just put your right hand here. Yah Bashim Yah Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shabbat Yah. Wapiyah Akodam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, the third hour, Lakum, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kabawati now, Kasalak now, Kawati now, Wala'a, Tabi'a now, Banasaya 1, a ball, Hawashah now, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, Wa'awalumium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven, give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. We're going to pray for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kushah. The thunder now. Hakak. La Rapah. Kamakala. Kamakala. Waka Madai. Wakamadwa. Haka. Latahar. Hamatazari. Haka. Laha Kwayam. Lahaku. Hamatayam. Hamathium. Haka. Kawath. Hatama Allah. Lagar Rashan. Bashir. Yahushua. The water. Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please. Give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. It's a lot. You just want to turn the page. You don't want to get them out of order. Just turn the page. Close that. Nothing else. They out of order. No, they ain't on. Just put them back in. Gripping that book hard. We had the blessings. Yeah. All right. We're going to do the prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Ma'yak Allah. Wa Lahayim. Matazab Yah. Alawap Yahana. Alawapim. Ha Saranyim. Ha Kwataza Yanyim. Ha Waha Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua. The water.
Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And
Michael.
And
the angels. Commander General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
We're going to do Psalms 121 in the Hebrew.
Asha'ah. Ayanya.
Al.
Ahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Asha. Shamayam. Wa'aratazah. Ayathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yahashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyamka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makai. Yashamar. Atnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'athka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'aita. I will long. I will lift up mine eyes. Unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help coming from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot. To be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Yasha'ala. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade. Upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
We're going to do Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayah. Laka. Al-Takarash. Wa'al-Tashakwat. Al-Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Okay. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Aimaka. Ya'ara.
ya I'm wa.
Yaira Yumwa.
Sauda.
Sawada.
Wayaka wa I tazawa.
Wayatha ya Itazawa.
Al tazapa one yaka.
Atazafa one yaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Akawa.
Wanaka Akina.
Wanakakina.
Maga Waya Magawya.
Magalia.
Wala.
Wala.
Ya Zakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yashala.
Sham Yashala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawa Itazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Aina. Al Yaka.
Aryaka.
Baryath.
Baryath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashmai.
Wa Yashmai.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Mawa Abba.
Mawaba.
Wahagaria.
Wahagaria.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'ima one.
Wa'ima one.
Wa'ima la.
Wa'ima la.
Pala. Shah.
Palashath.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zawai.
Zawai.
Labanya.
Labanya. Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kayash.
Kayash. One.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
Da Ara.
Dara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Lahadama.
Lahadama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yabmawa.
Yabmawa.
Ka'ara.
Kaira.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakazaba.
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 Wakatazal.
Wakatazal.
Manai.
Manai.
Kaunasa Yakamwa.
Kau Nasaya Kamwa.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayar Rasha.
Nayarasha.
Nawa. Lanawa.
Lanawa. Ath.
Na'awa.
Nawa.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamawa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya. Lapanya. Waka.
Lapanya Rawaka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Tabaira Yaira.
Taba Yaira Yaira.
Wakala Ba.
Wakala Aba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Harayam.
Harayam.
Khan. Ta Taradapma. Basaira Ka.
Basairika.
Wabasa. Wapatka.
Wapatka.
Tabahalia.
Tabahalia.
Mala'ah. Penyaham.
Panyahum.
Kuala
One.
Wahaba Bak Salakwa. Waya Bakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shemka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Waya Bahawya.
Wayabahawa.
Idea. Wayakaparwa. Waya Abba Salaki. Waya Abadwa. Waya Daiwa. Kaya. Ata. Shamka. Yahweh. Labadka. Ila one.
Al-Kaharatazah. In the English, keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarim. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asor. Also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kisan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles. Like Oreb. And like Zeeb. Yea. All their princes. As Zabah. And as Amunah. Who said, Let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh. In possession. O my power. Make them like a wheel. As a stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame. Setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. And men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth. So I want to salute to the teacher.
Sar, men of Israel. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel. Amaju Shabbat. Amaju. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashim. Yahweh Shabbat. Yakimatah. Class dismissed.